Welcome to the channel. Today, we're re-digging into one of the most astonishing secrets of World War II. True story of Hollywood magic, deception, and an elite American unit that saved thousands of lives only to be classified for over 40 years. By 1944, the Allies were fighting a brutal war across Europe. To succeed, they needed to keep the Germans guessing about where and when the next massive attack would hit. But moving real armies with hundreds of tanks, thousands of men, and tons of equipment is noisy, slow, and impossible to hide. General Eisenhower and the Allied command came up with a radical idea. What if they created an army that was unreal? What if they could fake a force powerful enough to draw German attention away from their true targets? This is where the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops, better known as the Ghost Army, was born. It wasn't filled with hardened combat veterans, but with designers, artists, architects, sound engineers, and even fashion illustrators men recruited from art schools and advertising agencies across America. Their mission was unique. Use illusion to impersonate to hold divisions about 30,000 men. They had 4 key tools. First, inflatable tanks. These were the masterpieces. Lightweight rubber decoys that a few men could inflate in minutes. From the air or a distance, they looked exactly like the heavy M4 Sherman tanks. Next, sound effects. A team of engineers recorded and amplified the sounds of real tanks, trucks, and artillery. They would blast these tapes through massive speakers mounted on half-tracks, making the Germans think a major force was mobilizing. They also used fake radio traffic. Radio operators mimicked the real chatter, codes, and more signals of an entire division, creating a credible electronic illusion of troop strength. Finally, there was performance. The soldiers themselves were actors. They drove only a few real vehicles in repeating circuits, wore different unit patches, and even frequented local cafes, planting subtle misinformation that German spies were sure to pick up. The Ghost Army's most critical mission came in March 1945. Preparing for the actual crossing of the Rhine River Operation Plunder. The real U.S. Ninth Army was set to cross near the German town of Rheinberg, but the Ghost Army created a spectacular diversion nearby. For several days, 1,100 men impersonated the 30,000-man force. They ran their speakers, broadcast their fake radio traffic, and parked their inflatable decoys right out in the open. The deception worked perfectly. German reconnaissance units and artillery were entirely focused on the fake location. When the real attack by the Ninth Army finally began, they faced little resistance. This single deception is credited with saving thousands of Allied soldiers' lives. The Ghost Army performed over 20 battlefield deceptions, yet their incredible heroism and ingenuity remained a complete secret. The entire operation was classified top secret for more than 40 years after the war ended. It wasn't until 1996 that the mission was fully declassified, revealing the truth about the artists and actors who outwitted Hitler's army. These men went on to become renowned figures in art, fashion, and design, but for decades. They were silent about the most important performance of their lives. In 2022, Congress finally awarded the unit the Congressional Gold Medal, recognizing their unique and profound service to the nation. The Ghost Army is a profound reminder that, in war, sometimes the greatest weapon isn't a tank or a plane, but a simple, brilliant trick. The courage it took to stand on a battlefield armed with nothing but a rubber balloon is truly astonishing. Thank you so much for watching and for letting us share this incredible, little-known slice of American history. If you were surprised by the true story of the Ghost Army, please hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive into history's greatest secrets.